Hey guys, what's up? Green Machine Sam back with another video, and today we have another episode of Georgia Southern Dynasty. Today we are taking on Troy. I don't remember who else we are taking on. I haven't quite looked at the team schedule. I'm just kind of hopping in and getting going right away. So we are going to be taking on Troy and Texas State. Texas State has been a pretty good opponent in the Sun Belt Conference the last 2 years. Not off to a great start for them though, 3-3, unlike previous seasons where they go almost undefeated or at least very, very, very good. Normally in the last 2 years, they would be either 6-0 or even 5-1 at this point. Those two games we will take on today, and then we'll have James Madison, Georgia State in the next video. We'll finish out with Coastal Carolina and Old Dominion, and then Appalachian State in the conference championship or the bowl game, depending on where we make it from here. Now, of course, we did get off to a slow start. UAB, though, 6-0 on the season, so they have really had a pretty good season, as well as Stanford at 5-1. So those games aren't looking as bad, right? You know, losing to two top 10 teams currently in the nation, that looks even better on our record, and especially with how close we played them. Now, of course, a loss still means a loss. It doesn't mean we did good. So we will still have to bounce back. We are 3-2, 1-0 in conference play. We are looking good. Just to give you guys a little update on recruiting before we hop into things. We are still going after Brendan Averill, the 5-star running back. If we can get him, that'd be awesome. It's going to be tough, though, right? We had our visit last week. It didn't quite do enough. Penn State's gaining on us. We don't really have anything else to do. We can't send him more points right now. I can't sell him either, I don't think, because it's 8 plus 8 plus 4. So that's only 20. So, yeah, there's no reason to sell him. We have gotten a couple good guys so far. We've gotten a safety, a corner, and a linebacker gem. 2 4-stars and a 5-star in our third season. Not too bad. We are looking to go after some more as well. Hopefully we can get them in. Kyle, if we win today, I think could be big. We should be able to get him in then. Simon, we're probably going to lose out on. I'm going to keep the points on him anyway, just in case. And then Timmy, we probably will lose out on as well, unfortunately, which means we will start having to look at different players. We do have all of our points really locked up right now. I don't expect to get both either Simon or Timmy at this point. I think both of them are going to leave. I don't think it's going to be close on Brendan Averill, but I personally don't think we're going to get him either. I think Penn State will be able to make too big of a push, or even Ohio State with how much they're gaining at this point. The only person I'm super confident on is Kyle right now, and that seems like Bama's kind of backed off a little bit. So, unfortunately, we will have to start looking towards different options here over the next coming weeks. We'll go ahead and look at 4-stars again. I'm going to go ahead and look at 4-stars right now, actually, see if we can actually get anything going. Let's see if there's anybody that, isn't really getting looked at, right? If somebody's not getting looked at, we could definitely go after them. There's nobody on our board that's really we're losing out on right now. Ben Purvis, we could take off. I don't think I'm going to go after him. We did scout him. 6'6", 293. He'd be a D tackle for us. Yeah, I won't take him off at this point, but we can go ahead and look at 4-stars just in case I haven't already. There might be a couple open guys. There's a couple quarterbacks here and there. The real question is, do we really want to look at quarterbacks at this point? We definitely could. No running backs available. Receiver, there are a couple still here on the board. A lot of physical guys. But most of them do have offers. The only one that doesn't is Carney, so we'll add him to the board. We'll actually add 2 of the quarterbacks. Let's just go find 2 guys that I think would be decent. Guys that have to have no offers, and then field general, no thanks, scrambler. We'll go with Nate Dale here and Daryl Queen. They both have no offers. It doesn't matter which player we really go with because most of them don't have a pipeline for us as well. And then I just switched to 3-stars. We'll go ahead and check out tight end. I highly doubt any of them are still open, or if they are blocking. There is a vertical and a possession, but they are both getting offers right now, and it looks like they're both going to get locked here soon. I don't really want to go after a blocking tight end. I just don't like that. Tackles, no thank you. There is a guard still open. He does have 1 offer from Texas Tech. Depending on how many points we have next week, we could possibly get in on him. This guy's open, but he does have a deal breaker. He has brand exposure D+. I cannot get in on him. And the other one has 4 offers on the table. We're going to go ahead and go take some of these guys off the board. Marius Dwyer, 89 kick power, I'm going to leave on the board for now. Is there anybody that I kind of scouted that I just don't really like? Corner's not terrible at 93 speed. I think that's why I left him on the board. I think I left a lot of these guys on the board based off of just their potential. I'm going to take the punters off for now, the punters and the kickers. I'm not too worried about them. I'll be able to find somebody with probably 90 plus kick power later in the season, so I'm not too worried about getting them right now. I know in like my Marshall Dynasty that I'm currently running through, I was able to get a 93 power kick power kicker in the fucking off season. So there is 2 defensive ends without offer, so we'll grab both of them up. This one has an offer, but he's not getting actively pursued. I don't really need the linebacker as much as I would want him. I'm going to save that last spot, see if there's anybody else we can go after. There's a safety maybe. There is Rashad Crowe, run support safety. I'm going to go ahead and add him to the list. And that'll get us back up to 35 prospects on our board. And of course, we can't get every single one of them. Of course, I don't think we have the points necessary to go after every single player, but it does give us a better advantage just getting those guys on the board, potentially be able to get them scholarships next week, as well as just starting to look at them going forward. But let's go ahead and hop in to the game. Reminder, custom moments, we'll hop in when necessary. We will hop in when we feel like we need to. If we don't need to hop in, we won't, and we can hopefully take down Troy pretty easily. So yeah, coming off of a couple good games, we're going to continue to hopefully get the offense moving in the correct direction, getting the defense flying around and just hitting. But we're taking the right steps, right? The offense has finally found its groove a little bit. So as the defense, we just need to put everything together. Like I said, the 2 losses aren't looking incredibly terrible considering, where the 2 teams that we lost to are currently standing in the nation, right? Standing at fucking 6 and 10, standing at the 6th and 10th best teams in the nation is kind of crazy. We're going to start off the game with DeAndre Buchanan return, and it's only out to the 18. Going to take the first 2 drives, and we'll go ahead and hop into the sim and take the first drive on offense, first drive on defense, and we'll hop into the sim and see where we're at from there. Going to go zone weak. We're going to start off with the run game early today. We're going to motion over Hendricks just because there is that edge right there. I do want to get a guy directly on him right away. And nobody picks him up. He literally stunts inside, and Nagy doesn't pick him up either. That's fucking insane. 2nd and 11 now after a negative rush. I'm going to go play action fake here. Looking Walton. Can't really get the ball off, and our guard just gets fucking blown up, and we don't get the ball off at all. I'm going to go deep dig here. Need Woolen to get open at this point. Need the offensive line to hold up a little bit as well. Dropping back to pass, trying to find something. Woolen, and it's picked. I didn't even notice Vincent there. And Vincent makes 2 big plays on the first drive, and they're going to have a 1st and goal at the 12. Kind of crazy. I know I shouldn't have scrambled that way, and Morris Moffett coming up limping now. Not off to the start that we wanted against Troy. Troy has been our bane of our existence, though. I'm pretty sure they're 2-0 against us, if I remember properly. I'm going to start off immediately with some pressure. I'm going to send everybody. We're going to go double A gap, and they just do an RPO, and they're able to get the ball out quickly to that tight end. Not really a good completion there. No yardage gained there. Gonna hop on Wooden, spread the D line, and they're just gonna run an inside zone. Wooden able to come down, make the hit on Jordan Lovett. Gonna pretend to send pressure here. Back everybody off. Cover underneath. Can't get there, and the receiver beats us to the end zone. I noticed him too, and I'm running full speed, and he just doesn't keep up. And like 85 plus speed for Wooden, kind of crazy. Since the first drive for us on offense was so short and just didn't get anything going, I'm going to take the second one. We're going to try to bounce back. I'm out in 5 wide here. We'll look to get this pass game going immediately. 1st and 10 at the 25. We got Browning. I was really hoping he was going to run that slant, especially with that corner just playing outside leverage almost immediately. I was hoping that he would realize that and take that slant immediately. Apparently not. Gibbs downhill. Picks up 2. Gets us into a 3rd and manageable here. Definitely, gettable here. I'm gonna run this stretch play to the weak side here. Try to get us a good chance against this backer. Gibbs, big rush here, and he's gonna continue down the sideline. Getting a big gain there all the way up to the 41. He goes. It's just something we have to get done. It's just a good run game as well. I like Woolen here. We're gonna look Woolen to the tight ends. It's going to be Walton here. Open catch. Turn up field. Gets 7. What a good tight end for us. Elijah Walton. Going to go RPO, Y read flat. If that corner stays off, Dallas could be open. I don't think I'm really going to look towards Walton here. I'm just going to hand off to Gibbs, and he gets blown up because the center, Ethan Williams, just does not hold his block. Unfortunate, to say the least. Going to flip this play here. Going to have Browning coming in motion, hitting that out route. Dallas on the corner, Woolen on this cross. Browning, catch. Doesn't quite get upfield enough, though. 4th and 2 at the 33-yard line. I'm going to keep Nagy in here, and I'm going to keep Gibbs in here. We're going to have Browning run a speed out, and so we're going to have it shallow. Going to immediately look towards him. Browning, just catch, throw. Get up the field down to the 25. What a good catch and throw. If he's going to play off coverage like that, we're going to take advantage of it. We have Gibbs go back the other way instead on this play. Dropping back, looking. I don't know who that is. Is that Hendricks or is that... Yeah, that's Hendricks there. Good diving catch from the tight end. Able to go up and get that. This 3 tight end look really helps us out when we have good tight ends, and Hendricks and Nagy should be those guys for us. Play action fake, looking. Hendricks in the flat, just throw, catch. Gets us 4, gets us 5 even. 2 catches for 22 yards for the man on the day. 2nd and goal, we're going to go to this stretch play. Tight ends need to pick up their blocks here, though. And Gibbs will walk in untouched. Touchdown, Georgia Southern. We are back on we are on the board, and we are back in this game. Looking good now. Going to hop in to jump ahead. And we'll see where we need to hop in next at. Troy, big penalty there. So able to push them back. 2nd and 10 now. 3rd and 9. And that's a Josh Dallas with a 21-yard reception. A big run here for Terrence Gibbs. Another decent run, 3 yards. A 2-yard rush from Morris Moffett. End of the first quarter. And a big throw here to Terrence Gibbs for 12. Pass knocked away. Pass knocked away. And a pass knocked away. We are looking for some points, so we will hop out onto the field and hopefully get them for us here. Chase Fulser in to kick. A couple big plays here from Troy there, marching down the field. 4th and 2. 4th and 2 here. I'm going to hop in here. I'm going to see what we can get done. We're going 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 running back. We're going to crowd this line. We're going to bring the safety down. We're going to play everybody to play press coverage here. And Jaquari Brown just gets burnt. Not much I can do there. I'm trusting you to go make a fucking play, and you don't go make a play. Not much else I can do there. The offense responding almost immediately. 10-yard penalty from Colin Clancy, though. Kind of will stall out this drive a little bit. 3rd and 14 at the 24-yard line. I'm going to hop in, try to pick this up for our offense. Walton's my main read. Back to Browning and over to Woolen on the comeback. I think Woolen has this one-on-one. He's going to catch, go down, and get down at the 7. Big play there. Going to hop into 1st and goal. We're going to finish off this drive for this offense. We're going to hand off Terrence Gibbs. Straight downhill we go. The D-tackle just able to shed instantly. Nothing really going there for us. Going to have Nagy actually run the opposite way. See if he can get open here. Not really. Morris Moffett, though, scrambling to the end zone. No! What? Okay, I'm just going to run QB sneak then. If it's not going to give me that, I'm just going to run QB sneak on these next 2 plays. I don't give a fuck. It's going to get us in. It's going to get us in at some point. We're just going to try it here. 3rd and goal. Morris Moffett in. Took an extra drop. Took an extra play, but Morris Moffett in for the touchdown. Rushing touchdown, hitting the Heisman there for him. Extra point is good by Chase Fulser. And we are tied here late. 3rd and 5, and they will throw an incomplete pass. So with us getting the ball back, I think this is a perfect opportunity to hop in and say, hey, go get us some points. Go make a drive. We're going to go PAY cross here. I don't love Gibbs actually running a play action here, so we're just going to have him run a bubble out to the right instead. We're just going to hit it immediately. Woolen open there. Catch, go down. I wanted to, hit the rack and go and try to go for it, but I didn't know how hard that corner was going to play that and whether or not he's going to be able to make the hit. Walton open, catch, run, down to the 10 and more, down to the 6. Out of bounds. We'll stop the clock here. We're going to go mountain halfback slip screen here. Doesn't have to be pretty, just has to get the job done here. 1st and goal, motion Jordan Woolen in. Try to get this defense confused and misdirect. Terrence Gibbs, and he just doesn't get out there. I hate how much the running backs get stuck on the defensive linemen. I understand that EA wants to kind of limit those plays being so overpowered, but it's like when they work in real life, they work in real life too. So it's not like you're taking advantage of a broken system. 2nd and goal. There's Nagy, holds onto the ball down to the 1. Gonna hurry back to the line. We're just gonna go immediately, and we're just gonna hand this ball off to Terrence Gibbs. It's a pretty light box. 5 on 6, just gotta block up just enough. And he doesn't get there. Are you fucking kidding me? I'm gonna fucking go for this here. There is no reason not to go for this at this point. If we don't get it, what are they, at the fucking 2-inch line? Like, wow. We actually didn't get it. The D-tackle came through immediately. I'm just going to fucking send pressure. I'm going to send this double A-gap blitz. They're going to have to come beat me. If they want to beat me, they're going to have to come beat me. Simple as that. And we get there! Fuck you! What? You're counting that as out? What the fuck are you smoking? He never got out of the end zone. What the fuck are you talking about? You gotta be fucking yanking my dick. 2nd and 10. They're trying to take down the clock. I'm fine with that at this point. That has to be... Thank you. Fucking Jesus Christ. Fucking stop him in the end zone 2 fucking times and you're like, no, you got out. Like, what the fuck? Probably should have called timeouts to give us some extra time. And fuck, I forgot that this is basically a kickoff, not a fucking punt. Whatever, time expired. Who gives a fuck? Yeah, that was fucking ridiculous. Like, yeah, I definitely should have called timeout. Don't get me wrong. I should probably try to save as much time as possible. But it was only 20 seconds. Are we going to do a whole ton? Probably not. But, getting stuff there where, he bounces off his own O-lineman back 2 yards. And then 2 guys are just randomly there to be able to stop him. And then... the quarterback sneak, he's basically into the end zone, and then the guy basically drags him down right there. Kind of crazy. And then, the first safety play, just, I don't know, whatever. It's kind of frustrating, to say the least. We have the ball now inside of their 2, and that should be a rushing touchdown for Morris Moffett. So 2 rushing touchdowns on the day for him. 23-14 here. And we have the ball in their territory again, and it's intercepted by Jason Minnis. 2 interceptions on the day for Morris Moffett. They will punt the ball away. Back on offense, big reception there for Josh Dallas. Another couple big receptions, a loss of yardage here, and another interception by Devin Smith. And they are driving. And there is a big reception to get them a first down. 2nd and goal. Going to hop out on the defensive side of the ball. I'm going to go double mug here, but we're going to drop in coverage. Going to try to confuse them and get them off their game a little bit. Going to act like I'm sending pressure from here. Drop it. And just the tight end, just apparently perfect fucking balance there. What is that? 3 picks on the day for Morris Moffett. Not off to a great day. Not off to a great day at all. Still up 23 to 20. 23 to 21, sorry. But still not looking good for us right now. Need the offense to get going. There's a 31-yard rush by Terrence Gibbs. He's having a pretty good day on the ground for himself. There's a big penalty against Ethan Williams. Only a 2-yard rush there from Bryce Baker. We're going to hop out onto the field here. Going to look for something. I'm going to go this levels. No, we're going to go this corner play. I want Dallas to run a slant. Try to push that backer back a little bit. If he doesn't drop with him, then we got Woolen. Woolen, turn upfield with the change of direction. Jesus, Jordan Woolen basically stops on a dime, turns and runs upfield and able to get in for the end zone. Thank God. Thank God that went our way. I was so worried that he was going to get tackled short and we were going to have to make a tough decision there. 30-21 here in the fourth. Interception by us. Morris Moffett with a 2-yard rush. 15-yard pass play to Deion Browning. Another 13-yard pass play to Elijah Walton. A 1-yard rush. And a 1-yard touchdown to Deion Browning. So Morris Moffett kind of responding here late. Up 38-21 now. A sack. An incomplete pass. And a big play there. 22-yard reception for Kevin Beckham. 8-yard reception. They're just kind of driving at this point. 2 knockaways, it seems like. 3rd and 10. And they will have it. Juwan Boyd. A penalty against their right tackle. Push them back. Incomplete pass. Incomplete pass. And a 3rd and 20. I'm actually willing, because they're kind of in field goal range. The worst thing that happens would probably be us letting up the first down, of course. Or even a touchdown. But I don't think our corners are that bad. We're going to send pressure here. And McDowell can't get there. You're going to have to make the play. Thank you, Jackson. 4th and 12. They're actually going to go for it here. It's kind of crazy. Jackson's going to be the man on the running back. I'm going to send pressure again. Jackson getting through. Pressure! And Tavius Murphy tackle! I don't know why you wouldn't settle for the field goal there and just pick up your points. 4th and 12 is kind of ridiculous to try to go for. But the defense comes up big there. We just got to run the ball out here. Negative 3-yard rush. Another 3-yard rush. Jesus. 3rd and 16. And only a 2-yard gain. And we didn't even salt away their timeouts, by the way. What the fuck are we doing? Quarry Brown penalty. 1-yard rush. So we got the ball back. And that will do it here today. One of our first games as Morris Moffett as the starter. Not scoring 40 points. But that's more because he had some mistakes along the way. But I'm willing to live with him. 4 touchdown day on the day for him. 2 rushing, 2 passing, 262 yards, and 71 completion percentage. Granted, he threw 3 picks, but still not completely terrible. Defense came up big when they needed to. They had some turnovers of their own, but ultimately getting the job done against Troy. Moving to 4-2 on the season is a good start for us. Wish we could be 6-0 right now if we could have taken care of our stuff in those first 2 weeks. So yeah, ultimately getting the win 38-21. Now we are going to be simming the week, and we're probably not going to get our guys. We're probably going to lose out on 2 or 3 of them at most. I don't expect to see Simon. There's Kyle, and we didn't get Timmy either. That's crazy. Spent all those points on those 2, and we didn't get either or. That sucks. Getting up to be championship contender, though, should get us in the conversation to hopefully get the Sun Belt title. So yeah, Simon Jewell out. Timmy Sharping out. So they have committed to their schools, and they don't really have a deal breaker. So we will not be able to persuade them in the future. Brendan Averill is going to be real close on. I can't do anything else to get him at this point. If he wants to be here, he'll be here. It's as simple as that at this point. We can look at some of the 4 stars if none of them have really locked us out at this point. Garrett Carney still looks like he's not getting any offers. Nate Dale is finally getting some offers, so we might just go ahead and take him off the board. I don't really feel like competing with the team right now. I know there was a ton of QBs still left on the board in terms of 4 stars. We could definitely go pick up a different one if we really wanted to at this point. I would kind of like an athlete just in case, but they're both kind of locked up currently at the moment. We're actually going to look at Tommy. Now we'll look at Emmanuel. And we'll look at, fuck it, Tommy. And then throw the fucking field general on there too. Let's just look at him, see what he has as well. If he's good enough, he can come play for us. And it's as simple as that. We're going to look at the... let's go ahead and just look at the right guard real quick just to see what he is. He is a gem. We're going to throw points at him then. I'm going to throw the full amount of points I can throw at him right now then. See if we can maybe get him. If we can even just get a little bit of interest, that could help us. Jerron Little is good. I'm going after him. He would be an excellent addition to this team. Wake Forest doesn't have a ton of a lead on him yet. I'm going to go after him. Marquez Madu. He is also very good. I'm going to go after him as well. This would definitely bolster our edge rushing group. Send 75 points his way as well. Malcolm, not super in on. Rashad Crow, not bad, just not great. I'm throwing an offer towards him. We'll throw an offer towards Carney. We'll throw an offer towards Queen as well. And then we'll throw an offer towards the other 3 quarterbacks as well. I'm not too interested in looking at them at this current stage. I'm not too in on them right now. If we could get some interest drawn from one of them, I could definitely see me throwing points towards them down the road. I'm just not 100% interested in them at this current stage. I'm going to throw 10 points at Orlando. I'm going to throw 25 points at Marshall. And then we're going to throw some points at Kennedy as well. Try to get some of those guys a little bit more interest drawn from us. Try to get them going in the correct direction. If we can get them on the team without really having to spend points, that would be ideal. We are out of points though, so we will exit the recruiting stage. We will have to go in and take on Texas State at their home, 3-4, 1-2 in conference play. We should be able to go in there and beat them. Let's go ahead and get it done. They are a 78 overall. We are an 84. We need to get the job done, and I hope we don't struggle as much as we did with Troy. So yeah, like I said, Texas State has been a pretty good school the last 2 years. They were in the conference championship, I think, the last 2 years. They were a very, very good team, only losing 1 or 2 games a season for themselves. They were definitely a good team, so having already 4 losses on the season and 2 losses in conference play is kind of surprising. They must have lost a lot of their good players, or a lot of their veterans at least. We will start off the game, like I said, with first 2 drives, 1 on offense, 1 on defense. And depending on where we are at from there, we will go ahead and sim out from there. We're just a fair catch here for Antavius Murphy. Get after the 25-yard line, give our offense the best opportunity starting. So Morris Moffett, not a great day for him last week. Only 2 touchdowns and 3 picks, so gets him up to 13-4 on the season. But still, he's still having a good year as a as a redshirt freshman. We're not going to sit here and pretend like he hasn't had a good year just because of 1 bad game. First and 10, we're going to go play action fake here. Going to scramble out to the right. Morris Moffett to Elijah Walton. He's going to pick up 6 there on the sideline. We go halfback counter, weak alert zone. That linebacker walking down is probably going to be a problem here. No, but Terrence Gibb, big rush there. And he's all the way up to the 48, starting off huge here. That counter actually worked a lot better than I thought it was. I thought that linebacker walking down into that gap was going to put some pressure on the O-line to perform immediately. It did, but they answered. So, running a 26 duo, I think. 2nd and 8 now. Just going to go halfback zone weak here out of the pistol. Nagy needs to just help out on this edge up to that, I would assume, slot corner. Hand off here to Gibbs. Gibbs getting a bunch of yards there. 6 to be exact. Go power O out of single back wing pair. Tight ends just need to hold up. And Brown needs to get over here and make a good block. But Gibbs just able to find his own hole and get... What? Okay, so the first down marker should have been the 40... Was that the 41? Maybe it was the 42. I could have swore he got that, but I guess not. I'm not punting the football here. We're so close to this, I'm not punting the football. We're just going to go I-form, and we're just running straight downhill. Everybody needs to pick up their block, and we're just going to go straight downhill. Simple as that at this point. Everybody straight downhill. Gibbs, big run there. Down to the 37, 4-yard pickup for him. We go back to this I formation. We're going to hit them with a play action here. I need Nagy to make sure he picks up this block on this edge if that corner comes. If not, help out on the edge. Yeah, he picks up the corner. Woolen should be open. Woolen, catch, run, and down at the 14. Big reception there for Jordan Woolen and Morris Moffett. Ultimately getting the pass game going there. They were able to come up and make a big play. Motion Nagy. The only really other tight end that has a true speed. Woolen there. Catch, run, turn up, field down to the 2. 2 receptions, 35 yards on the day for him. Going to go PA slide here. I'm going to have Deion Browning just run a fade instead. Try to distract that corner a little bit more. Morris Moffett trying to scramble to the end zone. Touchdown, Morris Moffett. Rushing touchdown on the day for him. That is his 3rd in 2 weeks. Getting going and hitting the shuffle. Going to be up early here. Now the defense needs to go make a drive for themselves. I mean, and then just look at how quickly their fans have betrayed them. Losing 4 games in the season, they have dwindled their numbers. Their people no longer show up to their games. It's kind of crazy to say the least. I want to send extra pressure here. I like sending pressure. I think sending pressure against bad schools will ultimately get us more than anything else, because their quarterbacks are gonna get flustered, and I would prefer to fluster their quarterback. And that's a sack. Donelius Johnson, the transfer, getting in there and getting that sack there. They're gonna go to a 2 tight end look here. We're just gonna go. Can I go wide here? We don't have a wide 4-3 here in this playbook. That's kind of crazy, I feel like. Cover 3 sky here. They drop the backers. I'm going to move the D-line over that way. I don't think they're going to run a counter back this way, but they might run a jet sweep. No, it's just a halfback draw. Kevin Breeze there getting the tackle after a decent rush from their running back. And we're going to drop straight into nickel. We're going to pretend to send pressure here. Crazy how many players play for us just because of packages and stuff. You know, Wooden doesn't really play, and then he hopped out on the field during pass coverage downs because he's so good in coverage. They're running a screen, get the linebacker over there. We have our linebackers, so we should be able to come up with the stop, and we do. 4th and 6. I highly doubt they go for that there. Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think you're going to go for that. We'll return middle here. Drop Wooden. Pick up some blocks, guys. Get Antavius Murphy a chance here. Antavius Murphy, that number 2 got us real good. I thought if we could beat him to the edge, I thought we could probably break one. We're just hopping to sim now, even though we do have good territory. 2 negative plays and a pick. Jesus Christ. And they're driving. Incomplete pass there. Negative rush. 3-yard rush, and a field goal is up and good for Heath Ward. Morris Moffett not off to the greatest start in sim for us. A big penalty against the defense, end of the quarter, and we will end up scoring on a 24-yard touchdown to Jordan Woolen. Morris Moffett bouncing back immediately. 14-3 here. I'm going to speed up the sim a little bit. They do go down and score another field goal, but I'm not too worried about that. The offense is driving, and another touchdown for Jordan Woolen. 21-6 here. I'm honestly thinking that does it here. I think just momentum and everything. And a 25-yard reception gets us down to the 6. Incomplete pass. 6-yard touchdown to Elijah Walton. Yeah, that should probably put the game away. I know it's super early. 21-6, 31-6. Sorry, misspoke there. 31-6. And another touchdown for the offense. And the defense has come alive and truly put a stop to Texas State. End of the 3rd quarter. 45-6 now. And they will punt the ball away and just rush after rush for these running backs right now. I'm going to see if I can hit this field goal. Fuck it. It's probably a pretty deep field goal, to be fair. 58 yards. I don't know if Chase Fulcher has the legs for this to begin with. I want to see, though. I want to see if I can hit it. Simple as that. And the wind just doesn't even grab it at all. It said it was blowing it back, so I was more willing to let it get kicked right, and hopefully it blew back into the field, into the uprights. Didn't move at all. They're able to score off of that, but too little, too late for them probably. Kind of driving a little bit. 3rd and 8 here. 2-yard rush. I'm going to hopefully hop in and put a stop to this. I'm tired of them fucking driving at this point. I'm going to go cover 3 sky. Drop the backers. So it looks like the other Wooden and Harris are now in at the sub backer position. And they're just going to run a drag underneath to the tight end, and nobody is even staring at him. Nice. Good job, guys. But yeah, that should just about do it here for us. We're going to run one play just because I really want to. Going to go 1st and 10, play action fake to Foss. Snap the ball, please. Thank you. Rolling out. And Nagy is open. And Nagy with a big reception, getting him some yardage, getting him some stat padding. We go jet sweep here to Buchanan. Does have the speed, so get him on this edge. Could be a big gain for him. And the edge just plays home and just runs upfield, apparently. That should do it. It's not letting me kneel because Texas State still has all 3 of their timeouts, so they technically could stop the clock if they wanted to. They don't want to, so it's not really doing anything for me. 12 for 65 on the day for Frederick Foss. 3rd and 6 here. One final play for J.C. French. 3rd and 6, dropping back, trying to find something. J.C. French stepping up, rolling. Getting yardage and a 1st down. Jesus, J.C. French is so fucking slow. Even Morris Moffett, who isn't particularly the fastest guy with 83 speed, this fucking J.C. French is trying to run. It's just like, oh my god, can you move your ass a little faster? 267 on the day for Morris Moffett, 69 completion percentage. Nice. 4 touchdowns on the day for him. 3 through the air, 1 on the ground. I know he had at least 1 pick, so adding to that total a little bit does not help. But still, not too terrible. Morris Moffett able to get it done again today. Offense back up to 40 points again. Outside the first 2 games, our offense has probably really good numbers. I would love to see the difference between, the 5 games Morris Moffett has played versus the 2 first games that we had with J.C. French. I would love to see the difference just in stats in general. But another good win for us. Texas State only really putting up points late in the 4th. Really good for us. I know we had that real big explosion in the 2nd that really got us going and ultimately put the game away for us, basically. But ultimately, good episode. We're going to go back to the main menu. I do need to get some screenshots from the view highlights section, so we'll be meeting you guys back in the main menu. So yeah, this week we will see if we do end up getting the 5-star running back. I highly doubt it. I feel like someone's going to message him. Just barely, though. I'm not expecting to get him as much as I want him. Oh, we do get him. Brendan Averill, 5-star running back from Columbus, Ohio. We steal him. He is coming to Georgia Southern for us. Oh my god. That is incredible. Getting up to 5-2 and 3-0 in the Sun Belt Conference. That is fucking incredible. Jordan Woolen, player of the game. 129 yards and 2 touchdowns for him. And we're able to get a lot of points back, too. We got 2 5-stars and 3 4-stars in Season 3. We got a running back, a linebacker, safety, corner, and a receiver. So all guys that will be able to help us almost immediately. But, wow, that's insane. We're going to put points on BJ Candy because West Virginia is coming after him. We're going to put some more points on Marshall as well. I'm just going to send him 50. I don't need to max him out, but we are going to put some decent points on him. Josh Orlando, same thing. We're going to put a decent amount of points on him. Don't need to max him out, just need to get enough on him. Evan Donahue, I'm going to put just 25 on for now. We should be able to move up into his rankings as well. We're going to go on 25 on Chester as well, to try to get some points from his way. Because ultimately, if we can get a couple of those guys, we should be in a decent spot. Robert, we're out on. I think the other guys are just going too heavy after him at this point. Not really getting a whole ton of interest from some of these quarterbacks. Pavka decided not to show us any interest. Madu, we are in first place on. Little, we are in first place on. Danucci, we're making a comeback on. So we can potentially get after those 3. I don't really feel like throwing points anybody's way until we know whether or not we're going to have any real interest from them. In terms of just like, whether or not they're actually interested in coming here at this point. I'm going to look at Cushenberry here. 6'2", man-to-man coverage corner. Both Carolina's going after him, and he is a broken gem. I'm not really worried about him then. I do want to throw these 5 points somewhere where we do need them. I'm just going to... Not Josh. Maybe we just throw them... I like Lynn just because he has speed, which means he should be able to be a decent corner, but we're getting after him enough. Small as well. Coach, we're getting after pretty well. Some of these other guys, not quite as much. kind of out on Burgos here. I'm going to be honest. Garrett Carney, in like 2 or 3 years, you could definitely transition into a tight end. I'm just going to throw the 5 points at him. It probably won't do much for his recruiting, but it should get him just a little bit more, potentially landing us on his board at least. So yes, after this episode, we're going 2-0, getting up to 5-2 on the season. Like I said, looking very, very good. I highly doubt Morris Moffett is in Heisman watch. Even if he was, it'd be pretty tough for him to win. The quarterbacks from Notre Dame, quarterback from West Virginia, Charlotte, Purdue, and Ohio State are your top 5 guys. Morris Moffett, though, very good season so far. In the 5 games he's played fucking outstanding. You know, if you look at the schedule and stuff, we're averaging more than 40 points in the games that he's playing, right? 45, 41, 45, 38, and 45. You're easily averaging over 40 with him starting at quarterback. I know these are against lesser opponents compared to what Stanford and UAB are even. Because UAB is 7-0. Stanford is 6-2, 3-1 in their conference play. So they're not bad. You know, 6-2 is still a very respectable margin. You know, 6-2. I would take that. And then, of course, UAB being 7-0 and top 5 in the nation currently. Georgia State, though, will be an issue going into their place, being 7-0. Another very good team that we're going to take on. But we are having to look at James Madison first, taking them on at the 2 p.m. game in this next episode. So we'll all have those two more after them, Coastal Carolina and Old Dominion, and then finishing out with Appalachian State, and potentially conference championship or the bowl game in Week 16. But still, good turnaround so far, right? Morris Moffett has really done what he's supposed to do at this point. We didn't expect him to play this season, but he is playing. You know, 1,300 yards, 16 touchdowns, 5 picks on the year for him. The other 2 quarterbacks, don't worry about them. They're just not doing very hot. Terrence Gibbs, though, really turning it around. Getting this rushing offense into a better place than it was last year. Jordan Woolen having a really good game. Josh Dallas still performing. Walton and Browning still performing. You know, 4 receivers. You know, 4 of our top receivers have multiple touchdowns, have more than 20 receptions, have more than 300 yards, are averaging more than 13 yards a reception. That is looking very good, especially with 2 of them being very young in Deion Browning and Jordan Woolen, who we're going to have for hopefully a very long time. Josh Dallas, on the other hand, will be leaving us, of course, and Elijah Walton. Even though he's a very good tight end and has produced over the last couple of seasons, he just isn't high enough overall to leave for the NFL, which is to our benefit, but ultimately in real life he would probably leave after this season because he would be entering his 5th year of college. And he has had a decent college career. I think he would be able to get drafted relatively high, probably 4th or 5th round at this point. But with that being said, guys, I do appreciate you guys' support. I do appreciate you guys watching the videos and all that fun stuff. With that being said, I'm out. Peace.